Hey, I'm Yasin, and this is the installation video for the password manager we built. Um, we've already pre-built and we'll give you runnable apps. So for the Windows app, it's a portable exe. All you have to do is just click on the portable folder once you extract it and just click on the exe and the app should just work fine. You might face issues with Windows security because it uses documents folder. So you might have to allow any Windows security pop-ups if it shows up. As for the macOS builds, we just had to repackage the entire thing because it, Apple decides to not let uh, signed apps on other systems other than the ones you build in. If you watch the presentation video I did, if you build it according to the instructions there, it should work just fine. But if you don't want to have the hassle of running the source code and you just want to install it directly, this is how we're going to do it. I'll give you a zip file called PassMan, which is the password manager zip file I'll give you for macOS, which will be the final build. You can alternatively find this on the distribution folder of the source code. There'll be two versions of the distribution of the source code. One would be the macOS slash clean slash final version of it, and there'll be a messy Windows version that I hacked together to make the Windows portable work. We weren't able to get the installer working due to some permission issues on Windows. We were using JPackage for Maven. Uh, so this is so for Windows we are sticking with the portable build. It works everywhere. We tested it out. It works perfectly. But we faced issues with macOS where other installations uh, on other systems they install fine and they show up in your launchpad like any other app, but it doesn't open. We faced an issue from my friend who had application can't be opened due to some because the app was unsigned. So we're gonna tell you, I'm gonna show you how to install it and not have this issue, hopefully. Uh, so once you download the zip file I give you for the macOS install, all you have to do is just unzip it. You just have to click on it in macOS, and you'll end up with this folder, PassMan macOS. Once you do that, you'll have a DMG install file. This should install it just fine. You should not have any issues with it. Once you open the DMG, it should open up like any other macOS install applications that show up on your PC. Once I double click it, uh, now I've opened it up. You have the PassMan, the app, the .app file, and you have an access shortcut to the applications folder. All you have to do is just drag the PassMan into the applications folder, and it should show up in the applications folder, as you can see up here. Once you do that, PassMan might not immediately open up. So instead of opening the app directly, what you have to do is go back to the PassMan macOS folder that we just extracted slash installed from, and run the simplefix.sh, which is the terminal script that we created to overcome the signing issues we had. All you have to do now is that drag the simplefix.sh, open terminal, and just drag and drop the file and click enter. This should fix the issue ideally. Uh, as you can see, it shows use the found app at application slash passman.app. It directly links to this one you have in your launchpad, and we're gonna sign this app now. You press Y, and you press enter on it, and you're gonna have to install like enter the password you log into your Mac. So I'm gonna use the password to log into my Mac, and it's going to install the fix. If you still face issues, there's additional troubleshooting steps. Usually, this is uh, they have a Gatekeeper installed by default, so you don't install untrusted apps on macOS. And you usually have to do it if you run unsigned apps. So you'll have to run this command and open the app. It should work fine. And after you open the file, you'll have to enable it back again. And it's an extreme caution. If you disable Gatekeeper using this command sudo spct1 master disable, please make sure after you open the app to run master enable to enable Gatekeeper back again. You don't want unsigned apps running in your system after the installation is done. So now that I've done the installation, the app should open just fine. I'm gonna open the app here. I'm gonna log in to see if it works just fine. I'm gonna click enter and the app just works fine. So we have your usual logins, edit password works fine, your copy password, copies function, copies file. I'll paste here so you can actually see we can actually copy and paste the passwords. It works just fine. Uh, uh, Generate password works just fine. Uh, I can copy password here. I can generate new passwords. I can create a memorable password. I can set themes for the memorable passwords. I can save to Vault, which directly links to an entry in the main passwords folder, so you can directly save it in the passwords file. Password health is okay, so I have to make a distinction here. Password health here is different, and password strength is different. Password health uses a point-based system. I've mentioned in the documentation. I've added in the source files. You can see that there is a point-based system uh, that is separate from the password strength app we use. If you're using the Windows app, there's a scaling issue where you can only read until point 2, uh, and simply because it was built on macOS and we just use emojis as icons for the most part. The story mode is the new creation we made. It is based on the assignment we had about, like, I think we had like an assignment with vertebrates and stuff like that, and we had to use a description. So we used a similar function on this. Uh, I'm just gonna do a really quick example for this. I'm gonna do I'm gonna answer the questions with the most common answers, and I'm gonna save you some time and show you like a really quick demo. So this is the answers I gave it. Uh, it's going to use the words I used to create the generated password. It basically puts all the passwords in a pool of words and then creates a new password. Basically uses the words you just gave it as a pool of words. We are farming out words basically. Uh, and the story is basically a predetermined kind of thing, but based on the words you put in, like I put in crown, uh, I put in uh, other words. It usually just shows up directly in the storyline. Uh, there's multiple stories. Uh, we have like a set story now because we did not want the user to have random stories that made no sense, and we didn't want the user to type the same answers for the same questions again and again. So we don't want them to have the same generated password. We have a set of questions that are rotating and different. So the story is intact because of certain placeholders we have in case the question does not get answered for the specific story. But regardless of what questions you get, uh, the words you type in matter. That's the exact reason for having a generated password based on the words you just typed in. And it just works just the same, and save to all just takes you to the passwords homepage basically, and then you have like paste your password. It's just the same thing. It just tells you what to do as an instruction. Password health I explained. There's an import and export function. I'm gonna do really quick demo. I'm gonna do YASEN, my name, as a password. I'm gonna export it to I'm gonna do it in desktop. Let's do it on desktop. I'm gonna name it Yasin export one. I'm going to Yasin. Let's leave it as it. Okay. Export. Exported. Uh, we got the yasin.pmex file. Pmex is an artificial extension. It's not really an extension. We just use it so it's not readable, and it is properly salted. Uh, it's like properly encrypted. You don't have to worry about leaking your stuff from the export file. We'll create a CSV export file later, but we'll have to figure out a way to hide the tag identifiers we have so we don't delete duplicates. I'll explain it later once we finish this. I'm gonna do the import password. Okay, let's do this first. yasin.pmx. There's an import password. I'm gonna wantedly leave it empty. It's not going to import. I'm gonna do a wrong password and import. It's not going to work. I'm going to do the right password and import, and it should import. It should ask you two options. Either I can import the four options which generate new ID, which basically makes duplicates of the passwords, and there's a skip duplicates option. The skip duplicates option is it basically skips it, as the name suggests. It's same as the cancel, to be honest with you. So it skipped the duplicates. It did not import any of the passwords here because I skipped it. But in case I decide to click generate passwords, now I'll have duplicates. My password health drops to 50%. In the password health, 50% matters for weak password and 50% of points goes to the reused passwords. So you can see the reused passwords here. Uh, and I have my duplicate passwords here as well. And I'm going to delete uh, the duplicate ones. We initially had an issue where once we deleted a duplicate file, the source file and the duplicate file deleted, we no longer have this issue anymore. So uh, that's the reason why we had to use IDL and extra tags for fixing this. Now that we have all our duplicates released, once if we go to any other page, this password health should update. I'm going to click it here, which it has updated, and we are in good standing now. It also works when you type in a really weak password. Let's do 1234. It's extremely weak. I'm going to save it. I'm going to go to health report. It has directed points for using just numbers. It's about -2. I've put in the exact numbers on how much points it deducts for each in the documentation as well. Uh, we see a weak password. I'm going to click update. And would you like to edit this password? I'm going to click edit password. And it's going to direct me to where the file is. We weren't able to link it directly because we implemented the identifier quite late. We actually have basically a spreadsheet like UI in the backend, and then we are linking it to just show the title and the usernames here. So I'm gonna do Google. I'm gonna go to edit password, and I am going to put the new password. I can do that, or I can also use the generate option here. I can use generate here. I can set the length I want. I can also create a memorable password. Memorable password overrides the secure length. Memorable password is a different component. The one from length to include special characters is a different component because of the rules we had to use for the memorable passwords. So we have a memorable password here. It's quite strong. I have a 2FA code here. I'm gonna update it. I'm gonna save it. It works just fine. What if I just want to find, I have access to a 2FA code, or I know it's a personal account. So how do I just search for a personal account? I can just search for personal account and it should show up just fine. Notes are considered in search. We made the decision because we sometimes add stuff like personal account and stuff like that in notes, and we want to be able to search directly with it to find the account rather than searching it. So yeah, that's a quick rundown of the installation, a short demo of the app, and I hope you enjoy. See you soon. All right, this is a quick fix for if you couldn't use the script that we used in the macOS install of the app. Uh, Once you do the regular DMG drag and drop to move the app uh, to your launchpad, you have to run this command. I'll install the script issue fix file at the end along with the a macOS build of it, so you can run this. This gives the permission required to run scripts and to basically not have this issue anymore. Hope this fixes it.